everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. It is going to be all of my favorite products just for the packaging video. So this is going to be all of the products that have the best packaging within my collection. So let's get started. So I noticed for most of these that I can kind of break them down into brand. So let's start with the first one, which is going to be Rare Beauty. So I have 3 products from her. I have more than that. But we'll just talk about these for now. But I have the foundation, the concealer, and the highlighter here. And I like how these look. I would say that I can't explain it, but one thing that I really love about the concealer, I have had it laying down, but I like that I can see how much I have used of it. That is something about packaging that I actually really enjoy, is when you can see through it, because I want to know when I'm almost out of it. It's kind of satisfying to me to be able to see how much I've used of a product. So that's one specific reason, like for the concealer specifically, why I like it so much. But for all of them as a whole, I like the applicators that they chose. So if you're not familiar with these, let me show you. So this is the doe foot inside of the concealer. As you can see, the top of it is just kind of flat, if that makes sense. Like, it has an angle that's just very flat, whereas a lot of them I think are kind of angled. And this is just so nice. Like, you can get underneath the eyes perfectly, and I really like it. Another thing, when you tighten it, it has a click. So you can actually know that it's closed and airtight and everything. So that's just something that I really like about products. And then I also really like how they have these on the top. Now, I know I had heard when this launched that it was to help people who had a harder time opening packaging to be able to grab onto it and open it. And I think that's awesome. So they found a way to make something more accessible for people, and also it still looks great. So I think that they accomplished a really big feat as a brand, and I think that's very innovative. The next brand is Charlotte Tilbury. Man, oh man, is this brand so expensive. But the 2 specific products that I love the packaging of is their Film Star Bronze and Glow Duo and their lipsticks. I just love how these look. Okay, first of all, you can tell they go together. I love that. It has like the ribbed material. I don't really know how you would describe that, but it's on the lipstick as well, and it just makes it feel so luxe, which you're paying for it, so it should. But I like how this isn't excessive. It has the amount of space that you need to hold the products in it and nothing too much. So I really like how that is just a perfect size for the product that you have. And I like how this lipstick is heavy. Like, it feels expensive. Again, it should, because it is expensive, but it's just so nice the way that it looks. I just think it looks great. All right, the next brand I actually have one product from, and it is the Alamar Cosmetics lip gloss. Now, this is their lip gloss in the shade Birthday Suit, but this is their limited edition packaging. This one is the only one I can speak for because it's the only one that I have it, but I love how it is shorter. I don't know if that makes sense, like compared to other ones, but for example, here's a gloss from Persona. I love these because they're shorter than typical glosses. So I like that it feels more compact, but then they made it a little bit wider so it still holds just as much product, but it's just very nice to look at. They also did a very good job with their pink lettering on here, so it doesn't, clash with the color or anything, and the cap just looks really nice with it as well. And I also really like the applicator. I don't like brush applicators, and this is not one. It's more of a doe foot. So yeah, I just really, really love this packaging. I think it's very pretty. So I know I compare that to Persona, which is going to be my next brand. Their lip products are just amazing. So I have 5 of their lip products. I've got 3 of their liquid lips and 2 glosses, and I just wanted to mention them as a whole. I don't have a lot to say about these, but they're very compact, like the Alamar one. They're very simple, sleek. They've got the color name on the bottom, but you can see the color through the glass or the plastic. But I love it. I like how they all are similar. They're not, any outrageous packaging. They're very high quality and they feel very durable. So I love their packaging. Another product from Persona that I really like is their eyeshadow palette. So it is a very high quality packaging. Again, you'll notice the theme with me. I don't like the excessive packaging, so I like that this is just what you need. And since it's a neutral palette, I do appreciate that it has a mirror. I don't really like mirrors in colorful palettes because I feel like you're not going to take a colorful palette traveling, or at least I'm not. Like, if I'm going to go somewhere and I'm going to take one palette, this would probably be the one palette I take, right? So it's nice that it's a decent size. I can see my whole face in it if I need to, and it's a good quality mirror. It has a nice closure to it, so I would feel safe traveling with it. And I just think it's a very sleek design. Again, very compact, but very well made. All right, next is a product from Oma Beauty, and this is their concealer. I love the applicator of this, so that's pretty much what really makes me love this, is that their doe foot is larger than any concealer doe foot I think that I have used. It also clicks into place, the lid, and it's very pretty. For me, it's nice to be able to open a concealer and on that one, initial wand full of product, I can put it all over my face wherever I need it. So I'm not dipping back in. The NARS concealer is what I'm thinking of as I'm saying that. The NARS one, I feel like I am constantly getting more product to put underneath this eye, then dipping again underneath this eye, then the cheeks. It's just too much. So I really like this packaging for that reason. The next product is this one from Tarte and Aspen Ovard. It is the eyeshadow palette that they did together in 2018. I love the packaging of this palette. When this came out, I was like, oh man, inside and out, this is the perfect palette for me. If you watch my palette ranking video, then you'll know how I feel about the shades inside of it. But the packaging alone is stunning. Like I said, I like whenever the neutral palettes have a mirror in them. This one's great. It's a giant mirror. I know one thing that Aspen used this palette for was to put her foundation on the back of the palette and mix it. I personally don't use it for that, but I know that she did, so maybe other people do that too. And it's just gorgeous. Like, the flowers are stunning on this, and it's really heavy. Like, it's a nice weight, which just makes it feel more expensive to me. I don't know, it just feels nice. And it's got a nice closure to it as well. So yeah, this palette is so pretty. Another palette that I love the packaging of is this one. It's the Glam palette from Natasha Denona. I really like how it's very simplistic, right? So it's just exactly what you need, nothing more. When I'm saying nothing more, I'm thinking about like the Sugar Pill palettes where they have all of the random circles, and there's just so much plastic around those circles that's unnecessary. I can't stand that, really. It just drives me kind of crazy. But I like whenever the packaging is not much bigger than the product itself. So another thing, it's got a really nice magnetic closure, but I love that you can take these shadows out very easily. So you can take a little like bobby pin or safety pin or something and just pop the shadows out and rearrange them if you want to. So I like to do that with my ColourPop palettes, but you have to kind of get an X-Acto knife on the side of the pan and then pop it out like that. So the fact that hers are so easily changeable is great. All right, I saved the best for last. So my top 2 brands that have the best packaging, can you guess, are Nabla and Huda Beauty. So these are my 2 favorites. So let's start with Huda Beauty. I love this nude mini palette. I've mentioned this in my palette ranking video. The size of it is perfect. It's not excessive. It's exactly what you need and nothing more. The packaging on the outside is beautiful. The color of the wording and then the color of the background and the plastic are all very similar in tone. So I really like that they did that with this palette. The other product from Huda Beauty that I love the packaging of, and is probably at least 25% of the reason that I bought it, maybe like 75% of the reason that I was initially drawn to it, is the Mercury Retrograde palette. I'm not talking about the eyes. I could do without that, honestly, but the inside of this palette is gorgeous. It's the same reason I was drawn to the Hourglass Ghost palette. I love when the plastic around the shades is almost see-through, but I just love it. It's so high quality. I love that the plastic has a purple tint to it to kind of match the theme of the palette. Again, it's not excessive. The mirror is such a high quality, and I just love it. It closes nice. Man, I feel like such a nerd right now, but I love the packaging of this palette. All right, and my favorite brand with the best packaging, in my opinion, is Nabla. Okay, Allie Glines used this on her channel. I loved it, okay? I don't like pressed glitters. I've never liked pressed glitters. I never felt comfortable using them on the eyes, but I had heard that these were different. Finally, I figured I'm gonna try it, whatever. Hopefully I'll be careful enough that, they won't get in my eyes. And this is amazing. So I had a lot of points at Ulta that I could get this for free. And I also think I got the bronzer for free. I spent a lot of money with them. I got it with my rewards, but this is the prettiest packaging to me. All of the promotion pictures, all of the pictures that anyone else had ever posted about it was just gorgeous. So this is their Miami Lights glitter palette. It's literally 4 pressed glitters after I just said I don't like pressed glitters, but I like these, okay? These are the only ones. But they sit in this plastic packaging. Like, that's it. You can see through it. I love it. I can't explain how luxe this product feels and looks to me, but I just like how they look like they're kind of floating there, how they've got Nabla just written on the front. You can see exactly what you're looking at on the inside. You can see it on the outside. And they've got the names on the back of the shadows as well. And yeah, I just think this palette is the prettiest packaging that I've ever seen. 2 more products from Nabla. This is plastic packaging done right. So we see it done wrong by a lot of companies. A lot more affordable companies, unfortunately, have the cheaper packaging. Like my Maybelline City Bronzer that has broken off. Most e.l.f. products, Wet n Wild products, all the tops end up popping off at some point. No, not these. This is plastic packaging done right, in my opinion. So I just think that it looks so good. And I have the highlight in the shade Privilege and then the bronzer in the shade Ombre, and I just love them both. I like how the plastic is tinted to the color that makes sense for the product. Like this one has more of like a taupey brown tint and this one has a pink tint, and I just think that they are gorgeous. I feel like a little bit of a nerd for being so excited about packaging. But all right, you guys, that is going to be it for today's video. Let me know down below if you have a product that you just love the packaging of. I would love to know about it so I can check it out too. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.